How's it going, y'all? Back here, new damn video. Let's get right down to it. Eagles. Once again, I was at work, so I couldn't really do it, make the video. I was going to go live real quick and just say, hey, they traded for whatever, but there's a lot of trade rumors going around, so I get right down to it. The Eagles did trade for Genard Avery, who is off the Cleveland Browns. Now, the thing about that is this, is that they have a lot of depth at that position, the Cleveland Browns, so they were willing to give up him. Rookie year, he had 4.5 sacks, I think 40 tackles combined, something like that. But if you watch him, he has a lot of disruption coming off the edge. Solid game against the Steelers his rookie year. There was a few other ones in there that I watched when I watched the tape. I think I might start bringing some of that to you guys when I have time and I'm having fun with the film, watching film on certain players or players we trade for or draft players. I might start a film series. If you guys would like to see it, just let me know. But other than that, Genard Avery, I like the pickup. Now, people are saying a fourth rounder in 2021. Oh my God, how are you going to give that up? Listen, I know the guy was a fifth round pick in 2018. Second year is right now. He plays linebacker, also plays defensive end. He can play either one. He's an undersized DN. So he's probably going to be positioned at linebacker, but also if we need help in DN, which, the Buffalo game looks like we didn't really need it, but at the same time, we do need help because a lot of guys hurt. He can come in and do what he has to do. The Eagles were really high on him. They really liked him going into the 2018 draft. You can even look that up on Twitter. I can't remember who it was, but he reports for the Eagles, and he said the Eagles were really high on him going into that draft. They just ended up not getting him. Whatever happened, Browns picked in front of him. He was a fifth-round pick. But, yeah, so we give a fourth in 2021. You can get that pick 2021. That's 2 drafts from now. This year's draft will be 2020, and you can get the pick back by trading someone or maybe getting more picks back. The fourth doesn't mean anything to me. It's that you got a player who's a solid player who you can develop to something. And I'm not hyping him up saying, he's so great, he's so me, oh my God. A lot of Eagles fans do. But going back and watching a little bit on him, the guy could be something. Of course he's going to be a backup if he's playing DN here. But he's going to rotate within the system like we always do. Rotate. And he's going to be successful in terms of rotating here. With the way we like to do our D line, with the pass rush. Other than that, if he can sit back and play linebacker, if he's good at that. I watched a lot of his rookie year when he was doing a lot of off the edge shit, But if he could do a lot of stuff at the linebacker position, that will really help a lot. So I like the pickup. I'm not going to overhype it and everything. And, some people were saying that on Twitter, like, hey, Eagles fans, don't overhype. But look at all the Browns fans Browns fans were pissed. Some were pissed that they were upset they got rid of this guy. Then again, someone did point out on Twitter that it does kind of remind us of how us Eagles fans liked Vinny Curry. He had really good production as a backup. We wanted him to get more reps. Once he got more reps, he did not have the same, impact as he did when he was a backup, just getting reps here and there. But still, I like to pick up. You needed a little more on the defensive line with so many injuries. This defense under Jim Schwartz and under the way this whole team operates, especially Harry Roseman, he loves defensive line. You can tell he giraffes one almost every year. Picks them up in free agency, signs the big deals, picks up guys, trades for guys that are always on D-line. He likes the pass rush because that's what wins in this league, honestly. It's pass rush, great D-line, great offensive line, solid to almost elite quarterback play. That's how you win Super Bowls. And you have to have, of course, a good run game. And there's other things involved too. But yes, those two, lines and lines. Those both lines play well, you're going to win the game. If you win in the trenches, you're going to win the game. So I like the pickup. But the Eagles are also looking at Darius Slay, who I think will be a really good pickup. Yeah, he's 29 years old coming in. I think in January he turns 29. So right now he's 28. He has 2 years left on his deal. I would like to pick up, depending on what they have to give up. a first rounder would kind of be like too much for me, but at the same time, I heard the asking price is a little too high. So I don't know if I would want to give it up, or I do, I don't. I don't know what I'm looking at right now, especially after watching this Bills game. And it's not a tease game for me where I see this one game and go, oh, yeah, everything's fixed, everything's good. No, but I see Darby is back and Mills is back. We didn't have Mills all year, right? So you had Darby, Mills, Jenkins, McLeod all on the field at one time. First time in a long time. They're all on the field together. Oh, we don't jinx it, knock on wood. John Gruden style. But yeah, and then you're going to get, LeBlanc back soon, week 9, which is coming up, or it could be sooner. Deshaun Jackson did practice this week, or is going to practice on Wednesday. But I did also read on Twitter by a guy who reports for the Eagles, did say that, yeah, he's returned to practice, but this injury is going to aggravate him throughout the whole season, no matter what, throughout the season. That's why I go back to saying he should have just got the damn surgery. He would have been back by now. Everything would have been fine. He would have got it in week 2. So he would have got emergency surgery or whatever surgery would have been. Okay, so week 3 he would have got it, basically been out for week 3 against the Lions. Okay, cool. Week 4 he would have been out. 5 would have been back by at least week 6 or around there. Instead, he said he opted out, no surgery. I guess he didn't believe in the Eagles training staff, which I wouldn't either. Brought in his own trainer. Maybe his own trainer told him, hey, you don't need the surgery, but it looks like it's not good. So, Darius Slay, I like that. Chris Harris, I like that. Patrick Peterson, I like that. But for me, he's a little too old, and giving up a first rounder for Patrick Peterson would be a little iffy for me. That's just me. But he does control an entire defense. He's better than Darius Slay, and he's better than Chris Harris. This guy, as soon as he jumped back in after that scheme, what was that, 6-game suspension, a few game suspension, he jumps back in against the Giants. He immediately has an effect like that, getting sacks, doing things, shutting guys down, even though they don't have the best receiving core. But I'm just saying. But the one guy I do want, and I've liked for 2 or 3 years now, I have liked. And when I heard last year or the year before the Eagles were going to trade for him, I was like, get him. Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson is one of the most underrated deep threat receivers in this league. And when he's on top and on fire, he's one of the best in the league. Yes, up there with Tyreek Hill. Yes. If you go back and look at the season where he was begging, can I please vote me to the Pro Bowl, please, in front of the camera. He balled out. And I read this article, best deep threat, and I was like, this guy is right. This guy is something right here. And he has size, speed is there. He would make this offense so much better. And then if Deshaun Jackson does come back healthy, you got both. Oh, man. And you got many receivers to gamble with. You got Alshon over here. You're going to have Aguilar. You have many things going on your side. The only problem with Robbie Anderson is that he does want a big contract, or he does want a contract. I'm not sure if it's the end of his deal or he has 2 years left, but he does want a deal. Now, this is the thing. If you're going to pick up a guy like him, I'm willing to give up picks. I'm willing to give up other things because he's proven the league that he can play. He's still young, and I'm willing to give him a contract extension. Like that. I'm willing to do it. That's just me. That's who I want. I think corner still needs, people say corner. But you see this week, and as weeks go on, you can see as our corners get healthier and they come back, it's nice to have the big name corner, but we don't really need it. We need speed on the offense. Another guy I would like, but no one even knows who he is Jakeem Grant. Is he still on the Miami Dolphins? He does punt return, kick return. He plays wide receiver too. And he is underrated as hell. And his speed is phenomenal. I knew him since I think it was when he was first undrafted. They had a special on the NFL Network with it was called the Undrafteds or the Underdogs or something like that. And he was on it. And this guy is a speedster and he's a flyer. and he's something we can add to this offense. Yeah, you just go deep on route, boom, and he has produced for Miami. I think 2 years ago, a little bit down this year, a little bit down, but the whole team sucks. But I would love to get him. Preston Smith also off Miami too. He's a baller. Undrafted this year, went undrafted, balled out in the preseason. Pretty solid this season, but he hasn't really got like the starting. Like he's in and out. The whole team's terrible. But those two guys, I would love to get. Devontae Parker, of course, I like to get. There's many receivers out there. If they're up for trade, I'm taking them. There's some rumors going on about Mike Evans. There's no way Tampa Bay is trading Mike Evans. No way. After they just traded Deshaun Jackson, there's no way they're trading Mike Evans. He's one of the top receivers in the freaking league with one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. You give him Carson Wentz, you give him one of these guys, dude, you're going to see who he really is. Even back in college, he had Johnny Manziel. The guy used to run around a lot and then just chuck it up in the air, and he used to catch it. And he was a beast in college with even a quarterback who wasn't even that good. In college, yeah, Johnny Manziel is one of the best college quarterbacks of all time. I will give you that. But what I'm saying is him just having to just run around all the time and Manziel just chucking it up to him having to make these big Randy Moss type catches. Imagine a quarterback who's accurate, who can just bam it to him. Dude, the guy would be unstoppable. But I don't believe that. But that's what I want is Robbie Anderson. I would like to have him. I don't think we're going to do it, though, just because of the whole contract extension, this, and that. I would love it, though. But I do like like I said, I do like the addition of the first trade so far. See if any more dominoes fall. Tuesday, what is it, at 5 p.m. is the deadline. We'll see. Go Birds, Fly Goes Fly. Comment below in your thoughts on who you would like for us to pick up.